This here is Boom Studios Go-Go Power Rangers comic issue number 9. And in this issue we begin in a slightly different way to the previous issues because it opens in the future, specifically what appears to be in Dracon's universe. Bulk, Miss Appleby, Principal Kaplan, and what looks like Haley are running away from Dracon's anti-rangers, but they are caught up by them. Miss Appleby recognizes the voice of one of the sentries as Mark Curtis, a former student of hers maybe? The anti-rangers are about to kill the group when suddenly they are struck by bows. The archer was Kimberly. Her attire is similar to what she wore in Power Rangers Pink, so to me that was a nice nod to that miniseries. Miss Appleby tells Kimberly that she was her favourite student, as Kimberly was following the recon unit and now she's trying to get them out of the city. And with that, we return to the present day in Go-Go Power Rangers. Arrival day plus 27. Kimberly finds her dad is moving out of the family home because her parents are in disagreement over Kimberly's future, and they end up arguing again. Billy is sitting in his Triceratops Dinozord having a snack. He's been spending a lot of time in his Zord because he theorized that if he studied his Zord whilst morphed, it would make Billy a better ranger and student. As Zordon told the rangers, the more time they spend with the Zords, they can rewire their brains. Trini tells him it's more like battle instincts, so he might be wasting his time. Who knows at this stage? On the moon, Rita witnesses something. A familiar darkness and energy has arrived from somewhere. She tells Goldar to take a legion of putties down to Earth to seek it out. Rita wants it brought back to her, and Goldar tells her he won't fail. Rita says he will fail, and she's counting on it. That's a bit weird, but if you look at the silhouette here, it looks like Kimberly's outfit in the opening pages. Back on Earth, each of the Rangers try to message Matt, so he's still not been in contact since he escaped from the moon. The Rangers' communicators then go off as Zordon tells them Alpha has detected an unusual energy signature outside Angel Grove. The Rangers morph to investigate. This group morph panel was a neat idea. However, it looks freaky at the same time as each Ranger is combined into one face. Anyway, the Rangers arrive at a train yard to investigate when suddenly Goldar and the putties appear. This instantly reminded me of when the Power Rangers on the TV show fought putties in a train yard. This is either a nod to that or it's just a bit of a coincidence. The Rangers battle it out with the putties and Goldar. As Billy and Kimberly take on some putties together, Billy says to Kimberly, "Nice shot," as an arrow hits some putties. Kimberly says it wasn't her, as another Pink Ranger claimed to have made the shot. She's wielding a bow which looks like two sort of darknesses put together. She even has a blade blaster holstered, but it's not red, it's black. And the outfit once again reminds me of the Pink Ranger suit Kimberly wore in Power Rangers Pink. It's the black and pink colour scheme that seems familiar. Jason asks if Zordon sent backup, whilst Kimberly wonders if she's being replaced. Goldar and the putties go after this Pink Ranger, but she easily takes out the putties with her bows and her acrobatics. Trini wonders if they should help, but Jason says she doesn't seem to need it. Zach says he's in love. Typical. This Pink Ranger says it's always the same. The bigger the sword, the smaller the brain, as she kicks Goldar in the head. And that's when Goldar makes his retreat. The Rangers are impressed by this Pink Ranger's skills. As Jason asks if Zordon sent her, she goes in to attack the Rangers. She says to Jason he's smaller and slower than she remembers, and there doesn't appear to be any teamwork. Kimberly goes to attack, but the other Pink Ranger lands a powerful kick, knocking her quite far away. The Pink Ranger asks how such a disorganized group could have defeated her lord. She takes her helmet off and tells Kimberly she's offering her a deal. If her master is returned unharmed, she will spare Kimberly, or rather herself. Because yes, it's quite obvious that this is alternate future Kimberly who serves Lord Dracon. Kimberly's initial reaction was quite funny, and I didn't see it coming as she asked, "Who lets you go outside with that haircut?" And actually it's a good insight as to why Kimberly makes such comments in the comics during battles, because future Kimberly says she used to make jokes in the face of certain death too. Both Kimberlys reveal that the dumber the joke, the better the distraction, which allows present Kimberly to make her move. Future Kimberly says she'll kill all the Power Rangers and take Lord Drakon back herself. The Rangers have no idea who Drakon is, and then it begins to dawn on future Kimberly. She sees there are only 5 Power Rangers. This is the wrong year. Tommy had not joined the team yet as the Green Ranger. So she takes off, and while the Rangers try to give chase, she shoots an arrow into a gas container, which explodes. The Rangers are okay and return to the command center to explain to Zordon what happened. Kimberly wonders if it is possible that was her future self. Zordon says he and Alpha have been monitoring a series of fluctuations in the time stream. Whatever is happening is beyond his understanding. Obviously, it's the shattered grid which originated in the main comics, which is the future of Go-Go Power Rangers. Kimberly is horrified to learn that really was her future self, and not a putty posing as her, a reference to the previous story involving Matt. Outside the command center, Kimberly and Trini have a chat. Kimberly thinks back to the time she cried herself to sleep, thinking one day when she has kids, she'll never be like her parents. Trini says she won't end up like them, but Kimberly tells her they had just met what she ends up like, and it's much worse. On the moon, Rita and co are feasting on some horrible looking food. Rita saw that future Kimberly hates the Power Rangers almost as much as she does. When Finster asks what she wants them to do, she surprises everyone by saying they will do absolutely nothing. And it's funny here as Finster says it's an excellent idea. And now we move on to Jason. He receives a phone call from the doctor's office. The call is about scheduling another round of tests. Turns out the caller is after Sam Scott, Jason's dad. But Jason carries on pretending to be his dad. And so it is revealed that his dad had been keeping his health issues a secret. Jason wants to learn more, but his dad tells him not to stick his nose in his business because he doesn't stick his nose in Jason's. And that corresponds with what Jason said a number of issues ago. They agree not to tell Jason's mother about any of this. Now, what I liked about seeing Sam here is that he looks a bit like Austin St. John, the actor who played Jason in the TV show. I don't know if this is intentional, but this is the second parent who looks like a former Ranger, the first being Billy's dad, who looked like present-day David Yost, the Blue Ranger. Outside Angel Grove, future Kimberly is trying to communicate with someone, but the signal's too weak and knows she won't be heard. Rita overhears and says she thought future Kimberly wanted to destroy the Power Rangers. Kimberly turns and is surprised to see Rita, but she knew she'd find her eventually. Rita is there to offer Kimberly some assistance. She says Kimberly's friend is very intimidating, and we see that it is a Megazord. Rita says it takes a lot of power to traverse space and time, so it could use a jump start. So the issue ends here with the reveal of this Megazord, which reminds me of Typhonis in Power Rangers Pink, because it's like a combination of fallen Zords, the Red Dragon and the Tiger Zord, for example. This must be Kimberly's method of time travel. This was an interesting issue as it kind of suggests that this period of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is now its own universe, following Tommy's death in the main comic. I like how future Kimberly is the antagonist here, because we typically think of Kimberly as the nice girl who would do no evil. Is she doing this because she loves Tommy/Drakon, like the Kimberly we're familiar with, or has she been enslaved by him because she refers to Drakon as her master? I also liked how this issue shared similarities with Power Rangers Pink, in the form of Kimberly's outfits and the Zord. I'm looking forward to seeing this mecha in action in future issues.